The play Coriolanus by William Shakespeare. The play begins in ancient Rome. The city is in trouble. There is not enough grain to feed the people, and hunger has made them angry. A crowd of common citizens, called plebeians, are gathered in the streets, shouting and threatening to riot. They believe that the patricians, the rich noble families, are hoarding food and treating them unfairly. Some plebeians even say they should kill Caius Marcius, one of Rome's greatest generals, because he hates them. Just then, a Roman noble named Menenius Agrippa arrives. Menenius is older, friendly, and wise. He tells the people a fable to calm them down. He says the body is made of many parts, and the stomach may seem lazy, but it feeds all the other parts so they can work. In the same way, the Senate and patricians may seem to take much, but they provide for the people. His story softens some of the anger. But soon Caius Marcius himself arrives. He is a brave soldier, fierce in battle, but he has a sharp tongue and little patience. He openly scolds the plebeians, calling them ungrateful, lazy, and cowardly. He says they want power without deserving it. The plebeians shout back, and his harsh words nearly cause another riot. At last, news arrives that Rome is at war with a neighboring people, the Volscians. Their leader, Tullus Aufidius, is a sworn enemy of Caius Marcius. The Roman Senate calls for soldiers. The plebeians quickly quiet down, and Marcius leaves for war. The Roman army marches to fight the Volscians, and Marcius shows his incredible courage. At first, he helps win back a Roman city taken by the enemy. Then, he leads an assault on the Volscian stronghold, the city of Corioli. The battle is fierce. At one point, Marcius is locked inside the city gates alone, surrounded by enemies. Everyone thinks he will die, but he fights with such power that he holds them off until Roman reinforcements arrive. Inspired by his bravery, the Romans storm Corioli and capture it. From that moment, Caius Marcius earns a new name, Coriolanus, meaning the man of Corioli. Still, his battles are not finished. After Corioli falls, he marches again and fights Aufidius directly in single combat. They clash violently, but the fight is broken off before either can win. The war ends with a Roman victory, and Coriolanus returns to Rome as a hero. Back in Rome, the Senate plans to reward Coriolanus. He is offered treasure, but he refuses most of it, only asking that a brave soldier under him be honored. This shows his pride. He values reputation more than money. Soon, talk begins of making Coriolanus a consul. The consul is one of the highest offices in Rome, elected by the people. For such an honor, tradition requires that the candidate go among the citizens in plain clothes, showing his battle wounds and asking for their votes politely. This is a problem. Coriolanus despises the plebeians. He thinks asking them for approval is beneath him. Still, persuaded by his mother Volumnia and his friends, he tries. Volumnia, Coriolanus's mother, is one of the strongest characters in the play. She raised him to be a warrior. She boasts that she would rather have a son die in glory than live in weakness. Her pride in his victories is enormous, and she pushes him to accept the consulship because it would crown his honor. Volumnia's influence over her son is powerful. Even though Coriolanus is fearless in battle, he obeys her in family matters. Against his nature, Coriolanus dresses humbly, shows his scars, and goes to the marketplace. To his surprise, the people, charmed by his bravery, agree to elect him. But there are two tribunes of the people, Brutus and Sicinius, who hate him. They fear that if he becomes consul, he will crush the rights of the plebeians. They begin whispering among the people that Coriolanus is arrogant and dangerous. On the day he is to be officially confirmed as consul, Coriolanus cannot hide his contempt. When he speaks in the Senate, he attacks the idea that the people should have any voice in government. He says only nobles understand how to rule. The tribunes seize this chance. They stir the crowd against him, shouting that Coriolanus is a tyrant. The people turn, revoking their vote. Coriolanus, furious, bursts into rage. He curses the plebeians, calling them unfit to rule even themselves. This outburst seals his fate. The tribunes declare him a traitor to the people and order him banished from Rome. Coriolanus is devastated but hides it under pride. He says Rome is not worthy of him, and he leaves the city without begging or apologizing. His mother, wife Virgilia, and his friend Menenius are heartbroken. But Coriolanus makes a shocking choice. He decides to join forces with his greatest enemy, Tullus Aufidius and the Volscians. Coriolanus travels secretly to the city of Antium, the Volscian capital. He enters Aufidius's house and declares that since Rome cast him out, he is no longer her son. He offers to fight alongside Aufidius against Rome. At first, Aufidius is astonished, but then he embraces Coriolanus as a brother. He sees that with Coriolanus's strength and his own leadership, they can finally conquer Rome. Together, they raise a huge Volscian army and march toward the city. When the Romans hear that Coriolanus is coming with the Volscian army, they panic. The Senate and people are terrified. They know his skill in war, and they fear he will destroy the city. They send ambassadors to plead with him. Menenius, his old friend, goes to talk to him in the Volscian camp. But Coriolanus is unmoved. He says Rome betrayed him, and he owes her nothing. Finally, Rome sends a last delegation, his mother Volumnia, his wife Virgilia, and his little son. They kneel before him in the Volscian camp. Volumnia delivers a powerful speech. She says if Coriolanus destroys Rome, he will be remembered as the man who killed his mother. She tells him that if he must conquer, he should first step over her body. Coriolanus, who feared no army, cannot resist his mother's tears. Her words pierce his heart. He breaks down and agrees to spare Rome. He makes peace between the Volscians and Romans. But this act of mercy costs him dearly. When Coriolanus returns to the Volscians, Aufidius and his followers accuse him of betrayal. They say he has become weak, that he served his mother more than his new allies. A quarrel breaks out. In rage, Aufidius and the Volscians stab Coriolanus to death. He dies not as a hero of Rome or of the Volscians, but as a man torn between pride, loyalty, and family. After his death, even his enemies recognize his greatness. Aufidius, though he killed him, admits Coriolanus was a mighty warrior and deserves honor. Thus ends the story of Coriolanus, a soldier too proud to bow to his people, too fierce to bend to politics, but too human to resist his mother's plea. His pride won him victories, but it also led him to exile, betrayal, and death. I hope you have enjoyed this video, but please like the video and subscribe the channel. Thank you.